Hi everyone, in this video we are going to discuss properties of a square number. Last time we have discussed how to find the square of a number. Here you can see to find the square of 3 you have to multiply the 3 by itself, then you will get 9, and 9 will be the square of 3. Similarly, you can find the square of 5, that is 5 multiplied by 5 is 25, and you can find you can complete these squares here. Here it is 9, so 9 multiplied by 9 is equals to 81. So 81 will be the square of this 9. So this is how you can find the numbers. Now today we are going to discuss is what's the properties of the square number. Okay, so here you can see there are numbers written from 1 to 20 and corresponding squares are there. For example, we take if this is 7, so 7 multiplied by 7 is a 49, and here 16 multiplied by 16 is equals to 256. So 256 is the square of 16. Okay, now all you can see that these squares are ending with the digits you can see here all the squares are ending with the digits 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9. Okay, none of the squares will be end from by these digits 2, 3, 7 or 8. That means, so a characteristics of a perfect square number will be that it will be ending with the digits 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. So none of the perfect square number will be end with the digit this. Okay, so can we say here we can say try this. Can we say whether the following numbers are perfect squares? Okay, following numbers are perfect square, and how do we know? Okay, so first question is 1057. We see 7 is among the digits which 7 is among the digits that is not perfect square. Okay, so this number will not meant for the perfect square. Again 2378, so any numbers which is ending with 2378, here it is 3, here is 8, here is 2. Okay, so these number are ending with 2378, so these numbers will not be the square. Okay, but you can see here 9 and 1, these are the ending digits of these two numbers, and you can see here 1 and 9 are there, so these numbers are the perfect square number. Okay, so write here is write 5 numbers that you can decide uh, by looking at their own ones digit that they are not square numbers. So you can write the numbers that they are not the square numbers, though those digits must be and with 2, 3, 7 and 8. Okay, similarly you can do this next, that uh, write 5 numbers which you cannot decide, just by looking at their unit digits or ones place whether they are square number or not. Okay, so you cannot decide. For example, if we say the number which is ending with 4, here you can see the number it is ending with 5 is a square number. Okay, but what about 135? See, it is ending with the 5 but it is not a square number. Okay, so all the perfect number will end with the numbers 0, 1. Okay, numbers 0, 1, 4, 9, 6 and 5. Okay, but it is not necessary that every natural number is a square number. Okay, all the square numbers are natural numbers. These all square numbers are natural numbers. Now we have in this table we have a square and the numbers are there. So all the numbers the ending digits are 1 and the numbers are 1, 9, 11 and 19, 21. So you can see here the try these which of these numbers are given would end with the digit 1. So for the number to end with 1, there should be there should be 1 at the end of the digits. So only you can see here uh, the numbers. Okay, you can see here the numbers are 1 and 9. Okay, so and numbers should be end with 1 or 9 for the numbers to be 1 at the end of the square. So here 9, okay, and 1, these two numbers are containing 1 and 9 at their end. So the squares of these two numbers, if we do the square of these two numbers, so at the end you will see the both the squares will end with the digit 1 at their end. So it is being clear here, uh, that you can see that if a number has 1 or 9 in its unit place, okay, here you can see 1 or 9 at its unit place, then its square and in 1. You can see here its square is 1 and its square is 1. Okay, now similarly you can do for the square for the numbers which are the following number would have digit 6 at unit place. Okay, 6 at unit place. All right, here you can see, let us square the number ending with 6. Okay, we know 6 into 6 is 36. Okay, so the number which is ending with 6 will have a square that will end with 6. Similarly, if we write 4 into 4, that is also equals to 16, that means the number which is ending with 4 will have a square whose ending digit will be a 6. You can see here we have two numbers written over here, that is 14 and 16. Okay, the square is corresponding 196 and 256. Okay, so 14th square will be now 196 and 16th square will be 256. Okay, so these two numbers are ending with 4 and 6, and similarly their square is ending with the digit 6. So you can do this by yourself. Now next question is, what will be the ones digit in the square of the following numbers? What will be the square at square with the ones digit? So all you have to do is you have to just focus on the single digits of the number, and then you will be able to find the ones digits of the square. So we know if what will be the ones digit in the square of 4. Okay, what will be the ones digit in the square of 4? Okay, in the square of these numbers, if we square this number, you can see here the ending digit is 4, and if we multiply 4 into 4 we will get 16. Okay, and 16, if we do square it we will get 16. So we can see the square of this number will end with 6. Similarly, this number will end with 7 into 7 is 49. So square will end with 9. Okay, end with 9. Similarly, you can do this. 2 square is 4. Okay, so the digit will end with 4. Similarly, you can do this for similarly you have to do the remaining for by yourselves. Okay, now if you see here, we are just doing the what square of the following number would be odd or even. Okay, so first we know what is odd number and what are even numbers. So those numbers which are divisible by 2, okay, are even number. Okay, and which are not divisible by 2 are odd number. Okay, here 7, you can see the last digit of the number is 7, and this 7 is not divisible by 2, so this number will be an odd number. Okay, here 150 is an even number because last digit is 8 and it is divisible by 2. 269, 9 is odd, and similarly this number is divisible by 2, it is a even number. Okay, so we write it as a odd number for O, again it is odd. Okay, and we write even here, it is even number and it is even number. If we square this number, okay, if we square this number, so 7 square is 9. Okay, 7 square is 49, sorry, 7 square is 49, so the square will end with the digit 9. Here 8 square 8 square is 64. So the square will end with the digit 4. Here 9 square is 81. Okay, last digit is 9, so its square is 81, so obviously the square will end with the digit 1. Here it is 0, so it will be 0 multiplied by 0, so square will end with the digit 0. Okay, so you can see here. Now you can see here the 9 is also not divisible by 2, so odd square will get odd number. Okay, here 8 square is 4, and 4 is divisible by 2, so it is again even number. Okay, here it is odd number, so it is a odd number. It is here 0, and something the number which is ending with 0 is always divisible by 2, so it is a even number. So we can see the square of odd number. Okay, the square of odd number will be odd, and square of even number will be even. Okay, now the last questions is here. It is what will be the number of zeros in the square number? For example, if we write 10 multiplied by 10, and it is equals to 100, so counts 1 2, here is 1 0 and here is 1 0, so total product will get 2 zeros. Okay, if we write 10 100 into 100, sorry, it will be equals to 10,000. Okay, so you can see here that we are having 4 zeros, 1 2 3 4. Okay, so you can see if we any numbers, if we write, okay, if we write 1 0 0 0 and 0, and if we square this number, okay, so you can calculate here that it is having 1 2 3 4, 4 digits are there, sorry, 4 zeros are there, and if we square this, then it will get 4 into 2, that is 8 zeros. Okay, 8 zeros will be there. Now if you see, in order to understand this, here we can write this as 10, and if you calculate, we are having here 1 2 3 4, 4 zeros are there, we can write it as 10 to the power 4. And if we are just multiplying, we are squaring it. Okay, so we have to square this thing. So what will happen, so this will be square, this will be multiplied, the powers will be multiplied, so we know it's 10 to the power 8. What does it means? It means that if we expand this number, okay, if we expand this number, so we just what we are doing, we will expand it for you. If we are writing 10 to the power 8, it means we will write 1, and we will write 8 zeros behind it, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is the number of zeros that we can calculate. Now it is time for the homework. What will be the unit digits in the square of the following numbers? You can do these questions. The following numbers are obviously not perfect square, give reason. You can do this. And the square of the or square of the which of the following would be odd numbers? So you can also can do it, because we have discussed so far that the square of odd number will be odd, square of even number will be even.